Hi there, this is Mark, and I'm here with my good friend Lenny. Lenny is also from Cincinnati, Ohio, and we're out here in San Francisco. But I met Lenny in '93. She was doing a one woman show that I got to observe, and it was called Prankster.
Techno angst in the Midwest.
She knew all about it, and it was a phenomenal piece. And I'm like, I think I have to know that person. So yeah, we now have a connection out here in the Bay Area, and we just did a retreat. Lenny was part of a practice run that my friend Danica and I hosted. So more on that another time, but we're kind of in that state of whoa. We're doing the reading from the Golden Present. This is Daily Inspirational Readings by Sri Swami Satchidananda, and this is August 12th. So Lenny knows the rules, and this is in a question and answer format, so I'll start off here. God is nearer to you than your own heart. This is a question posed to Swami Satchidananda. How can I truly know without any doubt that God is with me every moment? So often it seems that I am alone and on my own.
God is with you every second. If not, you wouldn't even be living. This is the proof. In order to live, you have to breathe. Are you breathing consciously every minute? Who is making you breathe? The one who wants you to live. And that's what you call God. Yes, breathing itself is not even in your hands. If you forget to breathe, God will make you breathe. Even if you don't want to breathe, God will force you to breathe. Can you exhale and stop breathing? No. The air is forced back into the body. Who does that? Somebody is interested in your living. God is in you, working through your body and mind every minute. There's no doubt about it. Believe in that and allow God's hand to work through you. Your life will be better, easier, and more happy. You are never alone. God is nearer to you than your own heart.
I'm always appreciative when the reading gives other examples of what God is, and it can reference it as simple as with breath. And the idea that I had to viscerally feel that, like you can try to hold your breath or stop your breath, you'll always take another breath, right? So interesting. I was picturing there's this magician that, more contemporary, I think, I forget his name right now, but he tried to stay underwater for
David something.
David Blaine?
B, starts with a B, yes.
Blaine. And he did it for quite a while, but eventually you have to take that gasp of air. As much as you're trying to hold off, he was trying to be underwater, I think in a straitjacket and all this stuff to try to stay under for 17 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
And but then that gasp of air came.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes me realize it's this natural function. It's this mix of autonomic and what do they call it? Autonomic and I forget the other version of it. The two things we have where it's controlled and partially not controlled. It's interesting. And we think we're all in control, but actually there's a good portion of it that's not in our control.
Yeah. And also today the Dharma talk at our retreat was about, there was a large part of it about the breath. And Suma so eloquently spoke to her father's passing, and that they were on the phone and he was breathing and speaking, and then she was with him and the breath was out of him, that there was no more, like the whole embodiment and consciousness was gone. There was,
it leaves the body.
It leaves the body. And while we're in the body, it's not something really, I mean, you'd have to work really hard to will the breath out of you. You'd have to do something extreme.
Like being a tank of water with this.
That's the same guy that eats glass.
It is,
Yes.
and does so many other
Yeah.
amazing, like flies off of. Well, I like what she said too. Suma talked about, you basically you have this life force until you don't. This breath is moving through you until one day it's just not.
Mm-hmm.
And in a way, it's this teacher for us of following the inhalation into the exhalation, this gathering and this letting go. And we're holding on to life, and then at some point we let go of life.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like at every moment that's a practice of that, with every inhale and exhale,
mm-hmm.
and bringing in and letting go.
Yeah. And I think too, just how many practices, if you're stressed, if you're under duress, if you're experiencing loss, if you're experiencing fear, one of the things that's always available for us is just tune into your breath. Slow your breath down. Feel your breath. Let it fill your body. Breathe into it. And to really lay this with the sense of that being God, with that being the divine force, and filling with that, even our breath can be more than just air.
Just a function of,
Yeah.
it's more. What I love too, because when you just took a deep breath, I felt like taking one as well. So I think that happens when we do that around people or in the office or in our life, and you remember to do things like that. It's such a supportive thing for our nervous system, for our health and well-being, to pause and take those, like you said, no matter the circumstance. Because the opposite of that is when you're in high stress, you feel panic or anxiety, the breath tends to speed up. And when the breath is speeding up, we're not going to be as clear, because we're kind of shifting into that fight or flight.
Right.
We just want to make sure we survive. Yeah. But it's when we bring it down a little bit, we think more clearly. Dropping right in. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for being a part of this with me. So grateful. And you're helping me get back on track, because these, as you might know, got a little bit off track. But today's today. It's a golden present. All right. Thank you for watching. I hope this was useful. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.